welcome to the first show discussing the revamped and relaunched Paindane 2022 Kayak Fishing Classic. What we're going to do today is we're going to be touching on the event, telling a little bit about it, what our plans are, how we're going to promote the event, and of course what to look forward to. On my left here, it's good-looking Pierre. This is Pierre.
Hello, boys. Yeah, we've been working on this with Charlie for, I've been asking and trying for the last probably 8 years, and it's been 11 years since we've last had the event, so we're really looking
11 years?
11 years.
Holy
That's
cow.
what all this grey is.
11 years.
Life has got busy. It's time to go and have some fun. Yeah.
11 years is a long time. So for those of you who may not know, the Paindane Challenge ran consistently for about, I'd say, 8 years, from the early 2000s. I think our first year was around about 2003, I think. When Brad, Arthur and myself put together the first Paindane Challenge, and then obviously it ran every year until then, and then for various reasons we moved away and we did a couple of just more adventures and things. But I do believe the timing is right. The sport of kayak fishing internationally as well as locally has grown, continues to grow. So it's time to go back and show the people, you know, some of those amazing fishing spots that we have in Mozambique. I don't believe a lot of people realize how lucky we are with a place like Paindane. The volume of species, the different types of fish, and the amount of fish that we have as so easily accessible to us is something that you can't really portray.
No, but Paindane's a special place. I mean, for the average kayaker, to get through the surf in the Durban conditions is difficult. Paindane's a sheltered bay. Even a novice can go and fish there. It's really a special place. You literally paddle out of the bay and get out on the outside, and it's 30 meters deep. And the amount of fish that the species that you get there is ridiculous. I mean, we'll touch more on what what the comp's going to entail with regards to the way we're going to fish it. Predominantly, obviously, we're going to focus on a catch and release system. Correct. We will have a minimum weight or minimum size. But we'll throw in a few little curveballs there for the likes of Scott Hunter and Cameron Sim. We'll make it a little bit interesting.
Yeah, look, I think just touching on what you said, like the first year we had the Paindane Classic, and the reason why it was held at Paindane is exactly what you touched on. The bay is protected. You know, at low tide, a wave doesn't exist in that bay.
It's flat.
At spring high tide, the shore break is about 1 foot. You walk over it, you hop in your ski. It's one of the few places that I've launched in Mozambique with my rods in the rod holders, fully rigged up, ready to go.
Beautiful.
You know, we used to putting all our stuff away and having to negotiate the surf. Yeah, you literally put your rods in the rod holders, launch, go around the rock, and
you,
50
on the ground.
50 meters past the rock is a 14-meter ledge that we fish. You know, another 100 meters, there's 20 meters. Another 100 meters to the left, to the right, there's 30 meters, 40 meters. And that structure, as well as the current that comes through there, brings you, you know, the variety of fish that we catch. It can be tough paddling against the current, we're not going to lie.
Yeah.
But I mean, the current is also what brings the fish.
And fishing's also evolved in the last 10 years. I mean, the kayaks we initially went on were the old Superlights. We're now paddling Ferraris compared to the old Superlights.
No rid of a lie.
So we're going to cover a lot more ground. I think it'll make it very exciting and competitive for those guys who want to compete.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. If you think the first year we fished Paindane, maybe the first 2 or 3 years we fished Paindane, and then we maybe migrated to Gunjata.
Yes.
That was a long morning.
It was a long morning, yeah.
By the time the last competition we had, we were starting to fish on the Evos, and then the guys were starting to do downwinds. You know, you'd go to Coconut Bay and come in the wind. So, and of course, we've never ever fished that place with live bait. We've always had dead bait or drop shot or jigged. Now there's so many different things we can do. I mean, now we have guys popping, throwing poppers, stick baits. We'll have live bait, and there is live bait spots that you can paddle to.
Don't forget slow pitch jigging, eh?
Oh, slow pitch jigging. And of course the good old-fashioned drop shot, which we used a lot back then. And of course, obviously bigger jigs and things in the deeper water. The amberjacks on that are accessible. So that's the specialness of this place. I think what a lot of people don't realize is is, yes, I'm not gonna lie, it's a long way to travel, it's a long way to go.
It is.
But within the first day of being there, you're like, wow, this is special.
The beauty of Paindane is, I mean, you can't actually, unless you've been there, you won't understand it. It's really a pretty place. As soon as you get over the dune and you see that bay in front of you, you just want to get on a ski and get out there. It's really special.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, we've touched a little bit on Paindane, but our plan really now is over the next month to 2 months before the comp starts is we're going to have some shows. We're going to have probably another 4 shows before we leave. We're going to have guests like Scott Hunter, we'll have Brad Arthur, we'll bring in Marcus, and we will be discussing the venue, we'll be discussing the tactics, you know, what rods and reels you need, what tackle you need, just so that it makes your life a little bit easier and understanding. When you get there, you don't feel like, okay, I'm here, what do I do, where do I go? So we will be
share the love,
we'll share the marks, we'll share, you know, what we catch where, we're going to share how to fish for the different fish. So there's no secret society in the Paindane. I think that's one thing the guys need to understand.
We're there to have fun.
Yes,
that's the thing.
Exactly.
We're there to have fun.
I mean, we're going to have a big shindig party when everyone arrives, and after that night we will have a pre-comp day. And the reason why we call it a pre-comp day, because it won't be a comp day, because I'm sure a lot of guys won't get out of bed until lunchtime. Tipo Tinto gets quite tasty when you haven't been around it for a while. So
makes you sweat a little bit too.
Mosquito repellent. So we will have those shows, and I think then we'll move into what the uniqueness about this event is. I've always said that nobody wants to hear about an event 2 weeks after it happened. Am I right? So what we will be doing with Paindane is we will be having a delayed live show every single day of the event. That means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday when the guys are fishing, we will have a studio like this, we'll set it up, we'll talk about what happened during the day, we'll obviously have a leaderboard, tell you who caught what, you'll be able to go online every night, watch a show, 25, 30-minute show, see some videos, see some catches, show you who's coming where.
Who made a fool of themselves.
Who made a fool of themselves. You know, we'll never forget the Dick of the Day.
Dick of the Day
that's
award
like
is there.
The Dick of the Day award's a legendary award. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's the fun thing about it, is we're going to share it with everybody out there. We're going to share it with all our international customers and viewers. We're going to share it with all the local guys who don't get a chance to go there. And make it current. So let the guys feel they're a little bit a part of it. Yeah. And obviously, with the studio, we'll be interviewing the catch of the day. We'll be reviewing the anglers leading the comp, and then just sharing how the whole event evolves.
Share some live footage on the water footage as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, the beauty of the catch and release is obviously the anglers have to share their videos with the weighmaster.
Correct.
We can take their catches if it's a good video clip and use it for the video footage. So we're not going to be short of video footage. We'll have Dick running around filming for us. We'll have Tarek on his boat helping us. So we're going to have cameras from all different angles, and we'll be able to put it together and share it with the guys. And
I mean, our weighmaster comes with years of experience.
Yeah, Mike Vivi.
Mr. Vivi is with us again.
Yeah, I think he hasn't missed an event.
Sea-Park Mike.
Sea-Park Mike hasn't missed an event.
He hasn't missed an event. Yeah. So it'll be exciting to get him down there. Well, just to double check on the guys.
Yeah, we were hoping to drag the Prince of Paindane along.
The Prince of Paindane will be there.
Prince of Paindane, for those of you who don't know, is Brad. I always come second, Arthur. As you said, we have already a lot of confirmed entries. Guys like Cam Sim, recently winning the Ganjata ski boat comp, will now be trying to beat Scott Hunter and the rest of the guys at the Paindane Challenge.
The trophy there.
We've got some Aussie competitors joining us. So yeah, it's looking good. I'm excited. I really am. I'm hoping we can have some good weather. The beauty of the event is it's 5 days.
5 days of fishing.
Yeah. We've
got weather gaps.
We are a little bit older, and we can all be honest and say 5 days of fishing is, I'm not going to lie, it's tough. But the catches, only 3 of those days will count to your results. Correct. Which means if you're tired, you can take a morning off or an afternoon off or whatever, and it doesn't. You don't feel like you're losing out in the comp, because you actually have those sessions that you can push aside.
5 days of fishing.
And equally, what happens is the guys that are super fit and the guys that fish for 5 days can't count all 5 days. They can only count 3.
That makes it exciting.
Yeah, and that's a curveball too. I mean, if you catch a wahoo on day 1, and now you have a really good day 2, 3, and 4, what do? Do you take day 2?
You got to pick your day.
Yeah. Do you drop the wahoo from your species count? Yeah. I mean,
We'll make it exciting.
it will.
Yeah.
And as you know, the species event, how it works is you take a number of species you catch and you multiply it by the
your weight.
kilos that you catch. That's
it.
why I say that day can be so vital, because we always had
Was
that.
Camson, I'm sure you had a day like that at Ganjata.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. And as you know, we always had that saying at the Ganjata comp: what multiplication beats addition every time, man. So
time.
you.
Multiply
100
it.
kilos of fish times by 1, it's not going to beat the guy who got 4 species of 25 kilos. Well, that's literally how easy it is.
Multipliers work.
Yeah, multiply the work. So it'll become interesting. Well, that's just one of the things we're going to do. So yeah, we're hoping to, like I say, share everything before we go, and then obviously make it interesting while we're there. Let the guys join and let the guys follow the footage, discussing what we do.
That's it. And then we're going to try and upkeep this and keep it going for the next few years, and try and make it an annual event and make it exciting. Just have fun. I think the main aim of this is to get out there, enjoy what we do.
I think bring back the lifestyle of
Bring
kayak fishing.
the lifestyle of kayak fishing. That's right.
I mean, we said
And there's no better place than Paindane for that.
Yeah, we are serious. We're not going to lie. We are competitive, but the kayak fishermen have a good vibe, you know. And I think we want to bring that vibe back that's missed. We had 2 years of COVID where we even didn't have local events, and then you have, you know, maybe 1 or 2 decent local events currently, and then the guys are just too busy. And this, to me, hopefully will bring a bit of camaraderie back. You know, get the guys every night. You get the guys into the pub, share the results of the day. You know, share the coverage. That'll bring the guys together. Of course, you have the traditional dick of the day every day. You know, for those of you who don't know, the Paindane Challenge has always had what we call the Dick of the Day trophy. You know, do something stupid, your mates nominate you, then everybody votes for the Dick of the Day. You know, legends like Cam Sim, quite tough to beat in the Dick of the Day. He's probably won it 3 or 4 times. That's probably why we call him Tweedledee. Well, I don't know. He's Tweedledee and
also coming,
I don't know. Tweedledum's also coming, so it could be fun.
Could be either of them.
It could be either of them. Yeah. I mean, we've had Lead Shooter, Dick of the Day. You know. I mean, there's legends out there that have won that event, that won that trophy, and worn with pride, eh?
You got to wear it with pride. There's no holding back there.
Yep.
It will be worn with pride.
Yeah. So for those of you international viewers and maybe even local, is ask where is Paindane? So Paindane is basically it's in the province of Inhambane, right next door to Ganjata Bay. It's a very protected bay, like we talked about. In Portuguese, if you look on the map, it's called Cabo del Correntes, which actually stands for place of the currents, and that's why we talk. You know, the current can be quite strong there, which does of course bring the fish.
Yes.
You know, it's a little bit more accessible than it used to be many years ago. I mean, we used to have some really bad dirt roads and things. Now you pretty much tar road to the turnoff, really nice sand road.
Yeah, we'll share some of the details of obviously how to get there and the requirements. As far as I'm aware, at this stage, for traveling into Mozambique, obviously you'll require a passport and a vaccination certificate, or
I think it's either that or what do you call the other thing?
PCR test.
Yeah.
A positive PCR test.
Positive?
A negative PCR test.
Yeah. So I'm just checking. The one thing about the event, obviously, we've limited the entries for the first year to only 50 entrants. That means 50 paid up entrants. There's a lot of guys that sent us our entry forms saying, hey, we're coming. But obviously, we're limiting it to 50 paid up entrants. The first 50 people who've paid will be joining us on the event. For various reasons, obviously, our aim is to grow this event. I mean, I don't want to go there and have 70, 80 guys and we battle to sort of, you know, put the things together. You know, obviously we're including things like meals, we're having bra evenings, you know, hoping to put together like a pizza evening. Those are the kind of things we're trying to do, so that it brings the guys together. So that's why we're limiting the numbers, limiting the experience for the guys. And I'm sure everybody's going to have a really good time. You know, I mean, your entry fee includes things like a really, really nice goodie bag, probably almost at the value of your entry fee.
Exactly.
Your entry fee includes accommodation. Your entry includes, not for the heavy drinkers, but some booze at the opening evening and the last evening, you know. So that's already thrown in.
Yes.
That's what we're using it for. And of course there are prizes.
When you get to the prizes, there's a proper prize.
Yeah. I mean, the first prize is I can only say a little bit about the first prize.
I don't
But
think you should.
let's just say the first prize is probably every kayak fisherman's dream, and its value is about 75,000 rand, and it's nothing anyone has had or seen before.
It's a new toy.
And it's something we will be launching and promoting at the Paindane event. Maybe we'll sneak it up.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Maybe we'll sneak it up. Maybe we won't sneak it up. We'll just sneak up some photos. But either way, we will let it out, the cat out the bag then. But yeah,
It's a special prize.
it is. And of course, all the other prizes that come along with it too. You know, traditionally, like we do, we don't actually do a prize giving at the event. We just have a lacquer party on the last night. When we come back,
We'll hand out the
we do the prizes and things for various reasons. We can't
Logistically, we can't take all this.
yeah, we tried many years, but it's a little bit tough. But everyone knows it is. It's about the camaraderie. It's about having fun.
Yes.
It's about experiencing, places that we're blessed to have so close to us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't often get there. So
No,
it's
we
time.
don't.
Yeah, it's time to go back and revive it. And
There's some Cape Town boys joining us. You know. So yeah, we've got Cape Town boys from Australia,
local boys.
the local cats, some old sea dogs. You know, guys that have been around for years that'll be joining us that know how great it is to be up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be fun. And like I said, I'm excited. Popping, jigging, slow pitching,
Micro jigging.
micro jigging,
Drop
drop
shotting,
shotting, live
bucktail
bait
jigging.
oh, bucktail jigging. Yes, yeah. I mean, those are the things that we don't do here, and we don't get a chance to. But there, it's gold. I mean,
Bring lots of tackle.
Yeah.
That's all we can say. Bring lots of tackle.
Well, Marcus, what did he say? You recently had a trip there the other day. He said he got the one day. If you just ask him, he had one day that he says it was unbelievable. They got so many fish.
You'll check
Yeah.
the social media page, see
I mean, they were catching kuda on stick baits and stuff like that. So
in the Gunjata comp, I think Brad said that he lost.
yeah, look,
how
I
many
think
squid jigs?
yeah, 20. So look, I mean, I think unfortunately for the Gunjata comp that they had in the ski boat comp this year, they had really bad weather.
Bad weather,
So they had the southeast, and I've traditionally always said fishing up there in the southeast is tough. But you know, in November, I've been there a lot of times in November. Brad and I used to fish the traditional, original Gunjata jet ski comp was in November.
yeah.
We often used to get the kingfish spawning at that time of the year. When I say spawning,
The
what they
big
used to do is
shoals,
they
I
used to
think.
swim in big shoals around the pinnacles. Like you could, I mean, we're going back to, giving back away our age now, but we're going back to fishing that comp with no fish finders. There was no such thing as braid. There was no such thing as drop shotting, anything like that. I mean,
Basic reels. We were fishing
BG, the old
BG black gold.
yeah, the old BG 30, I think
The
it was.
30 that we used to use. With fire line, it wasn't even braid.
No, it wasn't even fireland, it was nylon. Okay, but what I'm saying is like the kingies would literally swim around the pinnacle and we could sight fish. We could throw drop shots.
Watch it
When
go
we
down.
first started drop shot fishing, we'd throw the drop shot into the shoal. You'd watch the shoal separate, and as you twitch it, it'll attack it. It was the most incredible thing. That was my experience of fishing there in November. And then of course, you know, we get Dorado there, you get the Wahoo. I think the 1 year,
Lots of salies.
yeah, the 1 year Brad Arthur and Daryl Bartha were having a ding dong in the Gunjata species comp. And Brad hooked a Wahoo right next to me, bit him off, and he hooked another one, and I think he caught that one, and then Daryl, it was like a species battle, of course, and then Daryl was struggling to get a fish, and he managed to land a prodigal son, but Brad didn't tell him he had a Wahoo, and they were paddling in the bay in Gunjata. And Daryl goes, "What did you get?" You know, true competitive style. Brad goes, something. So Daryl goes, "Look here," and he holds up the prodigal because like that's like another species. Brad goes, "That's nice, but look here," and he held up the Wahoo. So like all of a sudden they looked at each other and they looked out to sea and they were like, "Okay, no."
That's the beauty about Paindane. That's the beauty about it, Brett. You're right. You never know what you're going to get. It's like licorice, all sorts there.
Yeah.
In the afternoons, that place can come alive. I've seen shoals of skipjack tuna the size of rugby fields there, with the needle noses coming through and eating them.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, like you say, the kingfish, If you find them on the pinnacles, you will go on shot for shot.
Yeah, you do.
You do literally go on shot for shot.
You got to.
Exciting times.
It is. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. We're going to hopefully have some good stories.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I don't think that's much else we can really touch on now, because like I said, we would like to have guests and talk about your rods, talk about your reels, talk about the types of tackle, what we've all experienced over there at the time, and what works, what doesn't work. We'll get Scott. I have every coordinate in the world, Hunter, to share some marks for us.
I've got all his marks already, so we will be sharing that.
We also have Brad Arthur's GPS. He doesn't know he got it. So we have the two probably most valuable GPS coordinates around.
Yep.
Marcus we're working on. Hopefully when he comes in here next time to do something on a ski, maybe we'll download his coordinates from his fish finder. But now we're going to share those. I mean, I want to share. I want the guys to go there and I don't want the guys to go, oh, where'd you get that? Like, just say over there, like, there's the mark.
There's the mark, you got it.
That's what you need. That's what you want to do. Yeah. That's what hopefully will make this comp unique, is that we can have some fun sharing.
Exactly. Yeah. Sharing the love of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be good. It'll be good to get some of the old dogs together.
Yeah.
Just another thing to touch on the event that we are putting together is we will have guys there, the gillies, which will be the locals that obviously fish there. They're going to help us. They're going to carry the skis. They're going to wash tackle. They're going to look after us so that we don't have to work too hard, or just have to go fishing.
Because it is hard work.
Yeah, we just want to go fishing, and we want to, so those are other things we're putting in together that will make the experience of the event a little bit easier. So it's going to be fun.
Perfect. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and we look forward to sharing some more info in the next few shows as we go on. As we get along, hopefully we can feel free for you guys to even reply to this video and say
questions.
Exactly. Send us questions, email us, ask us something. How do what's the best way to get there, or whatever. Just feel free to ask us the questions. We'll do our best to touch on them on all the shows. We'll do our best to update you with any new sponsors, anything that comes on board, and as things evolve, we'll obviously share the love.
And logistically, if you're stuck for transport, we'll try and put guys together.
Yes.
Because it is costly to get up there.
Accommodation you'll share with your mates.
Accommodation you're going to share with your mates, but just put your hand up if there's any questions. We'll try and make it as easier.
There will be trailers going up, so if there's enough guys, we will obviously add another trailer. We have access to more trailers. So you don't have to, you can't say, well, there's only 2 in a car. You can actually take 4 in a car and put two skis in a trailer. So it's not difficult to get there.
That's it.
And obviously, if you're sharing, it makes it
a lot easier.
Yeah, and it's also nice to share with your mates.
That's it.
So we look forward to it. Cool. Yeah, and thanks for watching, and maybe hopefully you've learned a little bit about what this event is about and what we hope to achieve. We look forward to either you're on the water or sharing the event through our social media channels and obviously through our YouTube. Thank you.